Sorry about that. Listen, this goes to show you. Once I get dialed in with how to do these Twitter videos, then we're going to be rocking and rolling. Okay, I see everybody's messages coming up here. There we go. So, see, not everyone's perfect. You guys got to help me become the master of this digital technology so we can communicate. But first and foremost, I guess I'll just start over. I got to tell you, this is really an amazing opportunity because I am here specifically because of the LTNC Army and the fact that, Ryan, your former leader and he will continue to be leading, has really explained to me the unique nature of your relationship, really being co-owners of the company, people that are really dedicated, they believe in the cause, a younger generation of, people that are, between say 18 and 45 that are actually day trading on their phone. They're trying to earn money to save their families during this COVID era. And so it really is an opportunity for me to come in and do my job to help people improve their health and wealth with all of the opportunities that are forthcoming. And, obviously, the big thing is, of course, we've got some amazing beverages coming, including a water. And I know everybody's asking different questions about, what's going on, what's the name of it. All of this will be coming in time, because what you have to remember is this. I am coming into this essentially to where, it's like somebody coming into a house. We're renovating a house. LTNC is a house. So you've got electrical that needs to be done. You got flooring, drywall. There could be a leaky basement, electric bills behind a couple months. And so all of these things got to be taken care of in a specific process. We're going to be getting our filings current. So, I relate a public company like a house as coming in. We've got to bring in, a bunch of people that I got to bring in to kind of get things ready, like a vehicle, and then get this thing like a rocket ship, I think, ready to go off to the moon. So thus far, I've been working pretty much around the clock. I take brief breaks to kind of take a nap, sleep from about, midnight till 4 a.m. But I am at that level of commitment for you guys because I know how important this is for everybody. And I think it's a great, Rocky type story about the company and about everyone involved, and even being able to take, some of these, science driven formulations and pair them up with, athletes and, distribution opportunities. So it really is amazing. But to kind of get down to some of the brass tacks so I can cover some of the most important points that I've been seeing over Twitter the last couple of days is the fact that, number one, this is not a scam. Okay. I mean, I've been in the dietary supplement, health and fitness industry for 30 years. Some people bring up a few things about, hey, this happened here, this happened there, with some of the other people that I have involved in the deal. And truthfully, this is honestly a real company. That's first and foremost. I would not be involved. I would not be putting, my time, effort, my name, my likelihood, my image on this if I did not believe in the opportunity. So that's first and foremost. And, listen, you guys don't know me. You just met me a couple days ago on Twitter. I've always been kind of a behind the scenes guy. I'm not in this for the fame. I'm not in this for, the glory. I'm in this to make a difference. I'm in this to help people. I'm in this to make, great products and get those products to the market so people can take them and help improve their health and their wellness. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so then, of course, we've got all these different obstacles we've got to overcome to get there. But that is essentially my job and what I am here to do. So this is not a scam company. I almost think it's kind of funny when people say that but the only thing you're going to be able to really understand is you got to follow, you got to pay attention, and you will see over the course of time, it's my job to earn your trust. It's my job to really educate you on some of the mechanics of what it takes to launch a product. Because, this isn't something like, oh yeah, we're going to take this to market. There's so many variables, because people have asked, do you have manufacturing set? Do you have distribution set? Launching any type of a product, any type of a consumer product, you're dealing with so many different variables as it relates to not just ingredients and, sweeteners and different things of that nature, but we're talking about, packaging, manufacturing, formulating an effective product, because at the end of the day, if I'm not putting out something that's going to, blow your mind and rock your world in terms of, wow, this works great, tastes great, I love it, then, I don't even go to market with something unless it's going to be a blockbuster, which we have here. And so from there, you've got multiple other variables from, packing, manufacturing, warehousing, shipping, logistics. And this is just on the beverage side of the company, which we've already done all the heavy lifting, all the back end work has been done. And so now, as I'm coming in here on day 4, Okay, now it's day 4, and I almost feel like I'm going back to college or back to school, and I kind of like it. It's a little different from what I have been doing, although the same. But what I really think is enjoyable is the Twitter interaction. A lot of times I'm locked in a laboratory, I'm in a boardroom, I'm traveling, I'm doing meetings, I'm doing all this stuff on the back end, and this is actually seems to be fun. And I like the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that's coming. All makes sense. They're all valid concerns, and all of these concerns will be addressed over time. I mean, it's just like, again, going back to the house analogy. You're out there looking for property, you find a house, you're going to go in, you're going to buy this property, and then guess what? I mean, you're going to have to get electrical done, flooring done, roofing done. There might be some other things, carpet. You got to put drywall in, and you can't have the electrician yelling at the flooring guy and the plumber coming in, and everybody's trying to do everything at once. Like, I got to go one thing at a time, and I'm doing this very methodically. And I appreciate many of you that have recognized that fact, that have worked with me on other projects and have seen me build other companies. To the point that I've earned your faith and trust because you've seen me in action. For those that don't know me, you just got to keep following along. And if you have questions, I'm going to do my best to get back to everything. But to close that out, not a scam. This thing's a real deal. As far as products go, I will tell you this much: if I do not bring something to market that is not changing the game, a blockbuster product. Like I'm saying that people are going to say, this is the best in class. I've been doing this too long. I'm bored. Okay. If I'm not doing something totally unique, totally innovative, then I don't even waste my time with it. But the most important thing is this, guys. I have been, put out there as the figurehead to lead this initiative and bring in the right people, products, athletes, teams, distributors. I've got the team to do it. And that is essentially what I'm here to do. But I've got to tell you, this is not something that, it happens in one day. Now, fortunately, because we've already done all the heavy lifting, the process is going to be greatly accelerated with what we're going to be able to do to get these products to market. But the big thing to remember is, and somebody made a comment I just saw coming in, is something about Shark Tank. The big thing Shark Tank always asks is, number one, do you have funding? And number two, do you have distribution? Okay, so obviously, with a public company, when you could present a proper business plan that has all the widgets in place, and you're talking to an investor that's worth $1 billion, and he's looking at giving you X amount to grow this enterprise. They want to see that everything's buttoned up and dialed in, that you have the right product at the right cost to the consumer, and then also the correct distribution model, whether it's a food drug mass model, which you guys will be seeing drinks in the coolers, Kroger, 7-Eleven, or you're going to have it available direct to consumer. Because again, we're in a modern digital era. I mean, I'm 47 years old. We probably got people on here right now that are 67 to 70. We got people that are 17 to 27. So I'm kind of right in the middle, and it's a really unique point for me because I'm learning a lot from the old school guys and women, and I'm also learning a lot from the young people because you guys are teaching me all about the digital side and what consumer trends are, what you guys are looking for. And so that gives me the ammunition I need to say, okay, what, this is what the market really needs. And that's sort of what we're looking at. But we have the distribution. We are going to have product shipping sooner than you think. And so don't worry about that. I'm not going to cover everything here in one shot. But the most important thing I want to tell you guys is that I am a fitness guy. I'm a fitness freak. I usually stay in my workout clothes all day because with me, I'm so busy right now, with building this LTNC thing and taking this thing to the next level. Like I stay in my workout clothes because I don't know when I'm gonna have a chance to get my run in or get a workout in. So, if I got a break, it could be, 4:30 in the morning, it could be 1 in the afternoon. So I'll dash out the door, I'll run 30 minutes, I'll come back and I'll continue working. So that's kind of the flow that I've gotten in to allow me to do this. And I really want to thank everybody on my team. I want to thank Ryan. I want to thank all of the co-owners, the investors, the shareholders that have said, hey, this is the right man for the job. So it's my job to come in here just like a pro athlete and win the Super Bowl, right? So I guess that makes me I'm trying to be the GOAT as it relates to product development, and then finding the world's best to be able to say, what, these are products that I believe in. Because the big problem that you'll find, and I know we've got a lot of educated people out there right now, some people have really said that, they're looking at products. And you have to remember, we're living in an era now where there's so much going on social media. Everybody's an expert. Everybody's a fitness guru. Everybody that's out there promoting their product says it's the best. Whoever has the most money that can market it, they think, they're going to have the best deal. everything I do is based on science, is based on truth, is based on integrity as it relates to product formulation. And I want to educate every one of you to really understand it. Don't just take my word for it. Look at the research, look at all of the data, look at the unique and novel nature of formulations that have been put together that are going to be available for you that are hands down life changing. I don't say game changing, I say life changing because when we're talking about human performance and we're talking about unlocking genetic potential, it starts with water, right? Water, makes up 70 to 75% of the human body. Some people drink tap water, some people drink distilled water, spring water, purified water, whatever the case may be. And I will tell you, with the unique and novel water that we have coming out, and again, part of the reason I'm dealing with more attorneys, legal teams, non-disclosure agreements, non-circumvent agreements, athlete agreements. I mean, I spend probably 3 to 4 hours a day just reviewing contracts and agreements. And it's like this COVID thing right now. They get you so scared you're putting on a garbage bag over your head because you don't want to get COVID. They think the mask isn't enough. You got to wrap yourself in saran wrap. So this can also happen when you're analyzing things that should and should not be said. So I always do things, the proper way. And, once I have authorization and approval from my team, from our legal team, then at that point in time, I will proceed and do everything as it is supposed to be done, with the publicly traded company. And so, that's part of the reason that we have to be somewhat limited right now. Again, it's day 4, people, as far as, what can be said, what can be disclosed. But I can certainly tell you that just from what I've seen thus far, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. I want this to be an educational experience for you. I want you to be able to learn about, how these drinks are made, what they do in your body, what to expect, and how it really can change your life. Because there's a lot of people suffering right now from a lot of conditions and disorders, dehydration, anxiety, tension, stress, sleep disorders. And, we've got, solutions for all of this. So I'm really looking forward to sharing those with you. And after that, it's like, listen, I have no problem. I'm going to be talking to, Stan tomorrow evening on Friday night. I'm sure he'll probably have a better platform than I'm having right now. Although this Twitter thing's pretty cool. This is my first ever. This is no joke. I mean, I'm not lying to you guys. This is March 4th, 2021. And this is my first live Twitter feed. I'm just kind of, I've just been somewhat antisocial with the social media thing. But, the fact that I've got a reason now, I've got an army of people that are depending on me, that motivates me to get going on social media. I'm a real simple guy, right? I'm about health, wellness, doing my best to help my family, my friends, my coworkers, my colleagues, people within my community. I work with a number of nonprofit organizations to support them. So for me, it's kind of about giving back through health, fitness, and wellness. And if I can help people create better health and also create wealth and wealth opportunities so they can, provide for their families, spend more time with their families, and be able to find some level of protection in this, new COVID era that's leaving people really scared, filled with a lot of hate. I see it's funny. And, there's some hashtags, hater this, hater that. People are putting out hate, but that's always happened. Somebody even put up a post. They said, hey, why are people doubting this thing from the beginning, and doubting even after the track record of people that we have. The team I have, which I will be introducing the team, and these guys are rock stars, legends in the industry. And, I think somebody said a tweet, and I thought it was great. One of the best tweets of the week. They said, hey, how can people doubt this thing? And it's like, hey, a couple thousand years ago, I'm not saying who it was, there was a guy that was walking on water, okay? And people said, hey, he's doing that because he can't swim. So, no matter what goes on, you're not going to be able to please everybody. So all I can do is do my job and, make everybody really happy with the opportunity on the health side, the wealth side. And that's it. So I'm going to start looking right now. The shirts. I got to tell you, I was talking to Ryan about that today. I know a lot of people I think this LTNC Army thing is really cool. You guys are like an army. And I'm going to tell you, man, I've worked with a lot of companies, a lot of organizations. And, our team that we've put together, corporate athletes, think of us as like a pro sports team, right? I've got my CMO, I got my CFO, I've got my COO. I've got a lot of people that are just brilliant. I mean, I'm just the conductor of the orchestra. I would be not able to do what I'm going to do for the company if it was not for the team. And it's interesting because you always hear about pro athletes, talking about, how important team is. And it really is, people. It really is. And, you can't stop educating yourself. You have to surround yourself with good people that you trust, because at times, all of us, I mean, I've failed many times. My business partners at times have failed. Everybody's failed. And a lot of times, sometimes it's your fault, sometimes it's not. And in the case of, what had happened, with a couple of, deals that didn't happen in the past that were, years ago, 15 years ago, usually it's an investor comes in, you go and do your job, you build the house, you build the foundation, you lay the foundation, you put up the house, you have this awesome house you built, and then you say, hey, it's time to pay the bill. And they say, oh, well, I don't have the money. I lied. And then who looks like the idiot? The guy that was building the house, right? The guy that was supposed to pay for the house ends up taking off. So it's I don't want to get into that. I know there's a lot of people here that are, coming from different walks of life, different educational levels, right? And even at 47 years of age right now, I didn't have the knowledge that I have now that I did 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Okay. So, when you're, and it's just life experience, right? You have to see these things happen. You have to see how companies are built. You have to observe how mistakes are made, what things are done correctly. And most companies fail for poor lack of infrastructure, poor organization, poor delegation, lack of funding, of course, but that can always be rectified. Money can be made, money can be raised, money can be earned. I'm not concerned about money. What I'm more concerned about is the team. Because if I have a team, just like there's pro athletes right now that are, leading the way, and they've got a team, you can depend on that team, and then you build a strategy around your team. You build a game plan around your team. And for us, we have built a strategy. I've comprised a strategy with all of the pieces that are involved in this puzzle. And, somebody says, Joe, what is it that you're doing right now? I'm connecting the dots. I'm a professional dot connector because I'm taking all this different stuff. There's things that have to be fixed, fires that have to be put out, things that have to be built, people that have to be brought in place. And there's hundreds of people involved in this entire enterprise. And so that's the reason why nobody ever hears from me. I mean, I'm literally on phone calls and meetings all day long. I don't even think about social media. So the fact that I can jump on Twitter or go, like, to me, that's enjoyable. It's like, great. I'm not having to be on a phone call, and I'm not having to be in a meeting or, dealing with some stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing going where I can spend more time on Twitter, educating, talking about the company, seeing this, the company grow and everybody being happy, right? So I want everybody, high-fiving and belly bumping and all that good stuff. So let me see what we got coming here. I'm buying gallons. Well, listen, speaking of that, I want to set it up because, again, just like in this modern era, everything is accelerated. Historically, if we have this, epic water that's coming out, right, you're going to have to say, okay, we've got to make it. It's got to ship off to a distribution center, by pallets. The distribution center has to pick it up. They then got to put it on trucks, take it out there to the coolers, which we are going to do. However, I know you guys are impatient. I know you guys want to try this stuff. You want to feel the difference because I will tell you, myself personally, I am the human lab rat. Now, I'm not as crazy as I used to be back in the day. Somebody made a comment about creatine back when it came out in 1993. I bought a bottle, tried it. So most, dietary supplements, different things to help to improve health, wellness, human performance, cognition, all of these things I've tried at some point and I've experimented with along with, other chemists and researchers that I work with. That's a whole topic of conversation for a later date. But I will tell you, this is something where when you feel the effects of something and you're dealing with, maybe fatigue, maybe anxiety, maybe, depression, maybe you're not feeling too good, and you have a product, again, no medical claims being made, no medical claims, but natural products that help to improve particular conditions and disorders. No claims, just a natural substance that you can put in your body that, I feel better. And when you have something like that and you're working out and you're having a tough time, running 3 miles or a tough time getting to the gym, and all of a sudden now you're taking a drink that's going to help to improve your energy and focus, but without anxiety, without nervousness, without agitation, and all of a sudden you're unlocking your genetic potential. That is what we are trying to do. And I'm not just talking about unlocking genetic potential with elite athletes, with professional athletes, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, Olympic athletes. I'm talking about everybody who's a weekend warrior, who's part of the LTNC Army, people that just want to be their best, right? Because at the end of the day, we can only do the best with what we've been given and with our own genetics, and we have to educate ourselves and do the right food, the right nutrition, the right diet, educate ourselves on how to make money. Do I get a job? Do I work for someone? Am I going to be a day trader? Am I going to be a YouTuber? So there's all these different things that are available right now. And also, not to mention, the labor smart opportunity. There's going to be some other cool stuff that we're going to be doing there. So, I know everybody's impatient, and I'm going to have to, develop a flow. I know this video is probably going a little bit long. They said to keep it 5 minutes, but we're going a little bit longer today. But I want to, really keep the communication frequent and really, topic by topic. So today was kind of just a freestyle, call, just saying, hey, what's up to everybody? I wanted to cover some of those high level points. Most importantly, about the company being a scam, not a scam. And most importantly, about us having the products. And these products are real. They're going to be ready. And all I can say is, hang on, enjoy the ride. And what do we got? Okay. Yeah. Man, you guys are funny. I'll tell you this much. Like, everybody thinks like, hating this, like the good comments, the bad comments. This is some entertaining stuff. Like, you guys are entertaining me with some of these things. 7-Eleven Kroger. Yes, we will be in 7-Eleven and Kroger. Let's see what else here. Hydrogen beer. Man, now you're talking. I bet you there's some people that'll like that. Matching sweatsuits. That's right. And that's the other thing. One thing I hate. Listen, I'll wear a shirt and tie when I have to, but most of the time, like even like right now, it's COVID. Everybody's working from home. You're on the phone. I just like wearing my warm-up sweatsuits, and I'm comfortable in that. But you will see me in a shirt and tie. You will see me in a lab coat. But today I'm just kind of chilling casually with my dress. But I'll be getting some LTNC stuff. I always like wearing these head sweats visors because I don't like wearing a full hat. Because a lot of times I'm on the computer, I got to pull my visor down and to kind of block the glare. And I have to get some of those blue light glasses because I'm spending so much time in front of the computer. It's actually crazy. Looking at the phone, looking at the computer. Some days I think I might be going blind. So I got to come up with something to fix that. There's a lot of things now with blue light, helping to offset all the blue light that's coming in from the computer. So let's see what else we got going on. Takeover Army. I love it, man. I think one of the best things I've learned this week is the Takeover Army. This is really what this is. This is a freaking Takeover Army. Can you make LTNC Army workout challenge? Wow. You know what? And, I got to mention something about the workout thing because, I know there was a little bit of hate coming out. People are like, hey, dude, go back to being a personal trainer. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, that was actually when I was 21 years old. That was like one of the best years of my life back in my early 20s when I was doing some personal training. Maybe, if this don't work, I'll go back and be a personal trainer, right? But no, just kidding. But so the whole thing is fitness to me. I mean, I live for fitness. Fitness has been my life. I've always told people I'm not a holy roller. As long as everybody does good for the world, try to help each other, try to limit the hate, limit the tension. But, for me personally, God and exercise has been the foundation of my life. Doesn't mean you have to, believe in a certain thing. Although if you do, it's great. If you're a good person, that's great. And it doesn't mean you have to exercise, but we all know that we should probably exercise. We all know that we should probably eat healthy, right? We're giving our bodies. We got to take care of it. We got to put good water in it, right? Good water. We got to put good, pre-workout drinks and energy drinks, because that's the other situation with Takeover Industries as we are taking over, because there's a problem right now with too many death counts with a lot of these drinks, whether it's an energy drink or whatever, because, there's mega doses of caffeine. We are a caffeinated society, which also exacerbates the anxiety, tension, and stress because everybody's all tensed up from too much caffeine, working long hours, handling all this digital communication. And so this is a situation where, we have to, really look at what we're going to do that's different is bringing forth beverages that are not only going to improve performance, but also help to improve health and not compromise health. So for those of you that have followed the beverage industry, this is really big. It's something that most people don't do because, again, I'm a consumer myself. So if I'm going to put something in my body or I'm going to give a product that's out there, I want it to be safe for everybody. Sure, you got to push the envelope. Sometimes there might be a little bit of caffeine. There might be a few things, but everything's going to be done safely in a controlled fashion. So let's see what else we got here. I'm dancing. All right, man, that could be some good posts. I love your post. What do we got here? Okay, the Kelly clone. This is definitely real, definitely not a scam. Thank you. Yeah, it really is. And listen, the last thing I could say about the scam is the fact that, you guys, like, listen, I really am. I just like helping people, man. I just like making cool stuff. I like bringing people in, creating, income opportunities. And, this whole thing with the stock and the public company and, people now being able to trade and share and become part of an organization is something that, you didn't have this opportunity, especially for the younger generation. So, I'm privileged, I'm humbled. It's an honor. I think I may have to jump. I got another 5 o'clock, but listen, guys, I'm going to be back on. You guys rock. I am here for you. I feel like I'm running for presidency here, but no, but seriously, this is like, I'm humbled and honored to be in this position. I will not let anybody down. There will be full transparency. I have nothing to hide. I'm in this just to make a difference and to make history. Okay. We are here to take over and make history, not taking over in a bad way, but taking over in a way that there needs to be leadership. There needs to be truth. There needs to be education on what people are putting in their bodies and on their bodies. And you look at some of the greatest athletes in the world right now. These guys have the most, and women have the most advanced performance nutrition regimens of all time. I've worked with these athletes. What I love working with Olympic level athletes and professional athletes is they don't question anything. If I say you're waking up at 5:55 a.m., at 6 a.m., you're taking this, at 6:15, you're going to do this, they write it down, got it, yes, sir, no, sir. They're like military soldiers, okay? And that's what I like about the LTNC Army is that you guys are the Army. I'm going to help you guys march to victory for both health and wealth. I've got some cool diets that you could even do. I got 2 different diets that are kind of a little bit controversial. I think you guys may be ready for it. One is the Life March diet, which is about, what you have to do when you got to get yourself back on track, and, the drinks that are going to be involved, the water is going to be involved. So what I'm doing right now is trying to read to you an encyclopedia and a brief Twitter thing. So we're going to break this down. We're going to do it segment by segment, but I'm going to see. Peace, coach. Awesome. You guys rock. Joe 2024. Hey, there we go. I got a couple of years to get ready. Now I'm having fun reading these posts. So this is great. You guys are awesome. All right, we're going to go. So, hey, listen, guys, I am going to go. I got some additional business to do because we got some very time-sensitive things. Listen, I'd like nothing more than to talk to you guys all day long, but I am trying to run this company. I'm trying to, make this thing so you guys are seeing this thing rise to the level that you want it to rise, and that's my job. That's my mission. So, peace to all. You guys rock. Appreciate your support, past, present, and continued support. And listen, for the haters out there, listen, that's cool. You can hate, man, because I think some of the hateful comments are great because you have valid points. But when certain comments are made that are not based off facts and they're based off assumptions or interpretations or rumors, then usually I just kind of bypass it and just roll it off. Because my last word of advice to you guys is whatever you're doing in life, do it right. Surround yourself with good people. Stay focused on the positive. We've got an amazing opportunity here. Amazing organization, a tremendous, co-founding community with you guys. And you guys are all interested in health, wellness, and human performance. You love athletics. You love digital media. So I've got some special things planned for you guys. And so my job is to make everybody happy and make you proud. So take care. We will talk to you later. I'll be on Twitter. So peace out, everybody.